Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome back down to the dry dock. I'm Brian, your host, and this is episode 6, 01 level, part 2. Okay, so, we've got everything up as far as we can go on the 01 level, as far as bulkheads, hatches, that kind of stuff. Ladders and railing will go on later. I do cover some of that in here, but yeah, there's a couple issues there. It's been a while. Holidays, Christmas, this, that, and the other thing that's going on. Wasn't in the mood for a while, so finally back down here. I've got some projects that I've been working on down here, electronic wise, which I will get into on a different video. But let's not waste too much time. Let's turn this thing around and show you what we got done. All right, part 2, 01 level. I'm not going to get heavy into showing instructions. Just an overview of what I'm going to be doing during this episode. Got to paint this area, the dark gray, around the 5-inch guns, dark gray, and there's area on both sides here that need to be dark gray. But that photo etch in the wooden decks, and I'll show you the photo etch and wooden decks that need to go on in the next slide. All right. Okay, after we're done painting along here so we don't drip any paint on the wooden decks, we've got these guys here. We got number 13, 14, it's like 17, oh, it's 11, it's hard to read. But anyway, 11, 12, that's what it is, 11, 12. So, those wooden decks need to go in. And this one looks like it can't go in until this is actually glued in place. So we'll get these put in first. And then you see you have photo etch up here to set the lifeboats on. I think I can put them on there without worrying about knocking them off. I'll have to look and see. But that's where those go. So that's the wooden decks. Now we'll look at the photo etch. Okay, so we have this, I don't know, gang box, I don't know, ammo box, I'm not sure what that would be. But after this wooden deck's put in, then this ladder's can be put on. When this piece is put in, then those ladders can be put on. That basket can be put on if it's not knockoffable. I'm assuming this picture is just to show it so you can see this, because I think this goes here. And that is for that section. This is the bulwark that I was talking about in the last episode, where you take this off and the little photo etch. Not putting that on. I will probably, after the wooden deck is glued down, I will probably put this piece on because we got to get the wooden deck on top of it. So that has to get glued on. And then we come down here and you've got this ladder here. So there's a ladder right here. And I'm not putting these on until the deck is glued in. So let's get started. Okay. I have solved my male-to-male problem. And if you can see down in there, they're sitting as flat as they can. I tried gluing a nub on the bottom to make them rotate, and they will rotate, but I might just glue them solid in there, just as long as they're flat. But there's the hull. Just snipped off the nub, went corner to corner with a straight edge, put a
X in the middle, took a needle and pushed hard into the plastic to make a starter hole, drilled her out. So yeah, problem solved. Now I can start painting.
So we have painted up the areas I was talking about around the 5-inch guns up front here and these areas here. Now these areas here, I hand painted all this. I got brand new brushes. I thin out my paint, and yeah, it's better than I was before, but it's still not, you know, airbrush quality. But this area here is going to get covered. These two spots are going to get covered by this guy. So what you wind up seeing, if you can see in there, is not a lot on either side. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just so that when you look in there, it's the right color. So now we need to start looking at putting on the wooden deck sections and what all entails in that. So we'll look into that and we'll get back. So to complete the 01 level, we now have the wooden decks on here on both sides and in here. So the photo etch that goes in here and the photo etch ladders and stuff that go on this part can go on. To get this piece on, this has to be mounted on the hull, because that piece comes out and around. Yeah, it's a big hunk all the way up on the bow. So that's going to get left. Okay, as we're making these ladders that go up there, as you see back there in the corner, I'll show you what that piece looks like and what you have to do with it. So, first thing you have to do is add this hatch. This is just a ring around it, so you put the hatch on there. Then you have to fold up these edges. This folds up this way, and then both of those fold, and the bottom of this glues onto the deck, and then this the ladder gets folded down. So this will be at a 90-degree angle up this way, and that'll be at about a 45-degree angle down that way. But you have to fold these side rails up first, then spin the steps, then flip this up, then flip this up. Yeah, actually flip this up first, and then that up. So yeah, it's tedious, and the trick is to try not to break off any of these steps because they are fragile. So I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done with it. Here's where we are. I was talking about those ladders. That one turned out okay. This one, every one of those treads snapped off. And yeah, so I cheated. I had some ladders from another kit that I bought when I was doing the Arizona, and I found the right length. I took the same handrails that were on there. So if I can see this, I can show this to you without destroying anything. Oh, that kind of did the trick. They have the same handrails. I just glued those handrails onto just a regular ladder. There's no steps, it's just a ladder. And it worked out alright. And then these two ladders here are the ones that kind of go up at an angle. This one here, as you can see, I actually got one of the treads glued back in there. It's not perfect, but, you know, it is what it is. These treads are really fragile. These two boxes, one goes underneath here and one goes on the other side of the ship. So I've determined that I am not going to put these on yet. I'll paint them up. I'll figure out the angle for this, glue this together, and paint these up, and I will set them aside till such time as just before I glue that whole section onto the ship, because it'll be easier to set that 01 level on its edge to glue these things on than try to get these to stand up. I'm not that steady. So, anyway, that's where we are with that. Okay. These two pieces here, which sit right here, need to be put together all on their own. Because of how the photo etch works on this, there's bulkheads and stuff that go on here. This is actually its own happy little kit all by itself. And there's another piece that goes on the front. So this all has to be nicely glued together, cleaned up, the bulkheads put on and primed up, then glued on here like so, and so forth and so on. So I'll show you what all goes into this in the next clip. Okay, here it is in the instructions. All this is basically one happy little kit. I think what I'm going to do to get this on the deck, I think I'm just going to go with this part here. Just going to get all this stuff done. As you can see, these bulkheads, this is all one. So that's two levels, O2 and O3, but the bulkheads are for connect to both. That's why you have to glue this whole thing together. I'm probably not going to do all the handrails and stuff right away. I'll wait till later. I'll just get the bulkheads on here, get this set up for the 5-inch guns, prime it, paint it, add this piece, and then glue this whole thing on. Then we can come back and do the handrails and ladders later. But for now, like I said, this is kind of its own little aminal. So that'll be in the next episode. All right, let's take it up top. Okay. As you can see, if I would have continued on with the O2 and the O3 level to make that all kind of one big unit, this thing would have been really long. So, I had to stop. The O2 and O3, that section that I talked about, that'll be a nice little side build, so to speak. Those ladders gave me fits. That's part of the reason why I kind of lost my mojo for a while. Those treads were so fragile. I don't know what it is. I'm going to try to get a hold of Infinity and see if I can get some replacements for them. But if not, they're going to be what they're going to be. So, starting off great, right? Gotta love photo etch. It's always a challenge. So anyway, I hope everybody's safe. I hope, I am watching videos. I'm not commenting on a lot. It's kind of, I can't work down here, watch videos and comment at the same time. So I am watching, just so you know. So with that said, hopefully we're back in the groove. I've said that before, I know. We're back in the groove. The holidays are over. We're in the doldrums of winter. And we will press forward and get some more work done. I'd like to be done with this thing in 2021. We'll see. And for all you guys out there that have got a bet on me, I'm going to disappoint somebody. All right, you take care, everyone, and we'll see you on the next episode.